Hello! Welcome back to Aloha Gardens AZ. And here I am. I'm going to continue cleaning the second half of the 40-footer garden bed in my east side garden. So this is the lane of my moringa trees. So I'm going to finish it now and continue putting the Steer Manure as a mulch, and at the same time it's going to be a natural fertilizer once it will be totally decomposed in the garden bed, because this time the soil is already subsiding down, so it's time to refill it. So I'm on my gear. I need this standard gear when I do gardening, especially doing some cleaning, because I'm going to pull the lemongrass there. I'm going to pull that out, uproot that out, and cut off some of these old branches of the this is the Thai eggplant, and it's still alive, so I just let it stay there, and maybe it will produce again this spring. So I need to wear these hardy gloves to protect myself from any cuttings and other hard stuff from the garden, especially my nose from the dust coming from the bag of the Steer Manure. So we always do precautions, very important, because it is very inconvenient when we have this stuffy nose due to the dust, and it's better to be safe, right? And yeah, so this is what I'm going to show you. This is the other half of the 40-footer garden bed. I was done with the first half. This is the second half, where I planted also some lemongrass, which did not really do well because it doesn't like the garden bed soil here, which very high in drainage. It doesn't like that, so it did not grow well. So I'm going to move this lemongrass from this bed to the opposite side where my banana lane of trees are. So it's gonna be a good companion plants to my banana there, and it will protect the roots on summertime, and it will add more greens on this side of the garden in between my walkway here. So I'm going to just pull some plants that's not doing well and brown stuff. That's how we clean our garden here, and remove some big chunks of branches, but I just keep the small dried assorted droppings from the moringa tree, because it will decompose easily. So here, okay, but those big chunks of cuttings, need to remove that one because it's take forever to decompose. And it's nice when you don't have much brown um, brown stuff on top of the garden bed. When it looks clean, it looks nice, and I can think of what other plants that I can add here. The plants that love shady spot. So that's what I'm going to plant here this spring. But I need to clean it first, because it will help me to figure out what plants I'm going to add, and I can clearly estimate the space that I'm going to work for planting new start, because it's already January, so it's getting warmer. This time the temperature is like ups and down, but it's the best time to clean the garden slowly, so it's not be overwhelming when it's time to start planting, because I still need to start the seeds. And before that, while it's warming now, it's noon time, so this is what I have in my schedule. I need to make my schedule here, so I have something done in the day. Just the day just goes by so quick, and we have so many things going on around. Notice that the day is over. So let's do a little stuff outside here in the yard, and inside the house the chores is always there. That's a daily routine that's never ending, but we need to just keep going, keep doing what we need to do, because here in my garden it's just like need to have a schedule really, and what to do day after day, because after gardening for about 10 years, it will be my 10 years gardening this spring, this April. I started gardening 2011. So this is the result of slowly trying to garden here in the desert. And after 10 years, our yard here looks like a forest in the desert. But I'm happy that it turned out good, but it needs work. It needs work. Any gardening, even how little your garden is, it needs attention. It needs care. Even if we just do container gardening, still we need to take care of the plants we have. Here, even this moringa are full grown already, and there are some little ones that like volunteer still need attention. This is part of the maintenance. This is a 5 years old garden. Because I started this one 2016. So we started to made a plan on what to do on this side because it was really bare and so boring because there's nothing here before. There was this there was the, what is that, like the Mexican oleander. In this area there's like 3 trees of Mexican oleander here, and it was very messy and it's so hard to clean up because underneath of those trees are tables, because our yard here, when there's nothing planted in the ground, like our neighbor, so that we put those rocks, these tables to cover the ground, so when the dust storm came, cannot be it can protect the ground from dust. So it was really not that, nice. I don't like that tree because there's a lot of droppings and like those dried fruit of the tree, which is not, of course, not edible. It's even poisonous for dogs, and because it's oleander. So we decided to just uproot that one. So we hired people to do the job, and so I start planning to have this garden. And my husband, of course, he's the one who did all the infrastructure here in our garden. He's my builders. He's in the full support of my gardening business here. And this is what it is now. After 2016, it's gonna be 5 years. This tree is the biggest in this lane. It's the biggest. And some trees are planted at the same time, but they are not on the same size as they grow. So I don't know, maybe because of the variety, or I just don't know, but some are still small, but they are at the same age. And the small trees here are just the volunteer from the new seeds that drops from the main tree. And they are growing slowly, so I just let it stay there, and I will pull this later and put it in the pot. So I will use the space here with other plants because there are too many volunteers, new moringa babies here, that before I can't hardly grow. But when the garden is established already, because I already put a lot of composted soil here. So anything that drops in this garden grow now. And it has a good watering system too. So it's on timer. So it can really grow well. Not like before that it takes a lot of work. And so now it takes care itself. All I need to do is just keep it, you know, clean as possible. So it won't be so messy looking. And I just need to really uproot this lemongrass here that's not really growing well on this garden bed soil, because it's very high drainage and the roots is not that long. So follow the water, and it's still not even thick enough. So lemongrass is it's kind of picky because it loves the compacted soil. All you need to do for the lemongrass to really grow well is a good watering. So it grows in a poor soil. It's not, it doesn't need to be like really very, you know, fertile soil. It will grow well, but doesn't like saggy soil. It likes the soil that holds a lot of moisture and water. So that's what that will keep this lemongrass grows well, gets thicker, and get a lot of pucks or saha. So I'm going to move all of this so it will be nice after I put the Steer Manure, compact the soil, and I'm going to throw some of the calendula seeds. So I have flowers here on spring. Just beautiful orange flowers that will invite a lot of bees and butterflies. So ready for pollination and different plants in the garden. I just planted this lemongrass here because I don't want to throw it away when I have really a lot of extra stock. It was like summertime when I uprooted the other lemongrass in the southwest side garden. So I just need to, every time I harvest, I uproot and then replant. So we need to do so our plants will just keep producing. We won't, we will not be out of lemongrass. It's very good in our Filipino cooking, in the lechon. we roll lechon and chicken soup. Ano po ba? Chicken soup. Kahit isda, no? We will put this lemongrass. So get rid of the fishy smell. And in my salmon, instead of baking it, I just really stain it on top of the lemongrass. Then, it's my daughter's favorite. When we are in the restaurant, we always compare the salmon they order to my salmon cooked with lemongrass. So, it's always my partner with the moringa. It's very, very nutritious also. So I have enough to plant in the lane of on this side. So I'm excited for summer that it's gonna be a lot of green on this side, and that's gonna be my multi-purpose grass, lemongrass. So if you have a little space in your garden, always use that. Plant just up 1 or 2 stalks of lemongrass, and that will last for a long time. And just keep on replanting. If your lemongrass is old already, you can uproot that one, uproot it, and then replant. Always replant. So you will not be out of your lemongrass. Always replant of whatever plants you love to cook. It can last longer. You know, in the whole season, then that's good. Then if not, save some seeds for next planting season. Oh. Still old plant. I have here the sitaw. It's still even alive because it's under the big moringa tree. It's very cozy underneath, so it's still alive. And I will put more compost soil here, Steer Manure, compact it so it will be ready for spring. I'm going to plant sitaw here or other vines like the lupa board or the plant, because the pot here is already designed for the climbing vegetables. I already have those installed here, and it work like as a, you know, as a fence also, because before walang fence dito sa front yard, open lang. So ngayon dito na, it's nicer kasi parang ano ba, privacy talaga. Hindi easy get into your yard, mga like there's a ligaw na hayop like dog, like whatever the hindi easy maka get into the yard kasi may fence, multi-purpose ang fence kasi pwede siya para siyang trellis na screen ba doon mag-troll yung mga vine plants. Ganyan. Wow. So, pawis na rin ako kasi balot na balot ako kasi mamaya din magtapas ako ng tubo. But ito muna for now. And I will put now the manure. And once again, thank you for joining me. Konting papawis kasi it's a little warmer now, like 65. So lalo na if you start moving, farm na talaga siya. And pag walang araw, malamig din. Kaya ganito pa rin ako. And itong Steer Manure ko, I only have 5 bags left over ito. Last year's purchase. Kaya magpabili na naman ako sa asawa ko ng another stock of this because ito ang talagang pang refill ko ng garden. Pang mulch ko sa base ng mga trees. And mostly, mga trees ko dito, banana, ito, moringa trees, and other fruit trees in the back. Ito yung pang lagay around the base of the trees. Para na lang siyang talagang mulch. Pero mas mas maganda siya. Kasi it's not big chunks of wood like this wood chips. Matagal kasi ma-decompose ang wood chips kaya hindi ako gumamit ng wood chips. Ito na lang bag of Steer Manure na mix of compost soil and Steer Manure, tain ng baka, but it's already cooked or decomposed na rin. So, it's not strong na, hindi na siya mabaho. Hindi siya mabaho talaga. I just need to wear mask to protect myself. Of course, we always do that. Hindi pa uso hindi pa dumating ang COVID, I've been using mask na when I do gardening. So, protection talaga is very important. Kasi, it's not fun. When we get sick, even just sneezing, stuffy nose like that, that's really bothering. Annoying. Hindi ka makafocus ng mga gawain mo when you have those stuffy nose. Kaya ito na talaga ako. Pag nag-garden ako, para na akong ninja. Kahit summer, kahit mainit na mainit, balot ako. Kaya pasensya na kayo na ganito ang itsura ko, no? Hindi makikita lahat ng mukha ko. Sana tuloy-tuloy ang pag-follow nyo sa mga videos ko. And simula pa lang ito. I'll be doing a lot of stuff around. And itong ginagawa ko, ano lang ito, follow up na lang ito sa mga previous ko na mga products of gardening. Kasi itong garden na ito, ilang taon na, 5 years na. But still, I need to maintain it. And this is part of maintaining it. Maintaining it is to add this Steer Manure. It will be like the food of the tree. Fertilizer, natural fertilizer. It will keep the roots healthy and protected. At kasi may mga worms in the soil. So, ano na, it will eventually decompose and the worms will be happy kasi they have this food. Para na lang nilang food itong Steer Manure. Yan. So, I really, in the other half of this 40-footer garden bed, I use 10 bags. And I'll be using 10 bags here too. But for now, 5 bags na lang itong natira. So hanggang half na lang din ako. Mamaya na, tapusin ko mamaya yung kulang. Kasi busy pa ang aking backup. Nagtrabaho pa sa office, working at home. Dahil sa COVID, hindi na muna mag-travel because very high lately ang cases ng COVID, especially here. So, I have to be cautious, careful. COVID is really a serious thing. It's a killer virus. Super dami na ang mga tao. Kaya, hindi ito joke na easy lang tayo. Easy lang party everywhere. They're here now. It's not like that anymore. Very big difference now. So, ito lang muna for now. Pero hiningal din ako. And thank you once again for joining me. I appreciate your time. And para na rin talagang forest dito. Thank you. And have a good day. And see you next time sa next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.